If you're one of those in that bracket comprising of millions of Kenyans renting houses, then I'm sure you're well aware just how fast and high the prices have soared. In most estates, a one-bedroom house going for say 15,000 about a year ago is now renting for about 25,000 shillings. And aware that the tough economic times biting many are not about over, many have been forced to find ways to save even that 1 shilling. I made Gilbert and Mark. This extension in South B Estate is where they call home, a typical bachelor's home. The confirmation made when they offer me some quickly brewed black tea. Ordinarily, they tell me each of them would have rented their own houses, but the fast rate at which their pockets drain forced them to rent a house together, a move that many are being forced to make.
In most cases, you found we had an opportunity to move out to the big, to a bigger house, but money was the issue. The idea of even us moving and deciding to move in, or let me say to share a house together, is because we thought that would be the most convenient part of it all.
By sharing a house, it means each of them cuts their expenses by half.
We calculate our total expenses per month. Like rent here is 13,000. Then food will cost us like 2,000, at most 2,500. That is food plus any other thing that we need in the house. So we just sit down and divide all the expenses by 2 and say, you know what, this is what we are supposed to contribute.
I have come to realize that there are so many things, if I was alone, I could not have been able to accomplish. First of all, sharing things, the span of time reduces. Maybe to acquire a TV, that would have reduced, because you know now you can set your goal to say a TV, because this time maybe you cater for the food for this month, then you target some. Then next time you cater for the food, he also looks in for another goal he wants in his life.
Having just graduated, both of them are still holding their first jobs, but as they tell me, they are not just doing things blindly.
The discipline part has actually worked for us a long time, because one thing we decided is that we want to start saving as soon as we begin our jobs. Many people discover that they start a name like savings when they're in their 5th job, earning maybe some amount there. When they look back, they say, if I only started 2 years back, then I could be living in my own house.
Each shilling earned has to be accounted for.
But we strictly have to discipline ourselves to say, we want that money to be for food. Otherwise, you mess out, you take a bob, take a 5 shillings, that will mean either 1 meal you not take dania, or you not buy dania in full.
I have to put aside some finances, maybe in a mutual fund or something that will be growing, that in case anything happens, I can still sustain myself in a certain period of time. Then, by that time, I'll have sorted out myself.
It all seems like a well laid out plan, but I discover that it's not as rosy as it appears. Having a housemate also comes with its challenges.
When I was in campus, I would have this heart for international students, and I always promised, once I get my home, at least I'll make sure there's a place for them. So at times I would tell them to come without telling him. So when he comes, I tell him, you know what, we have someone coming. Now, he's annoyed because, you didn't tell me early enough. Then I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. First up, we used to just disagree. Because sometimes also some friends come and they want to live there forever, Okay, especially our friends around there. They just come and want to stay there. And you're like, how can I told them to come, so how can I tell them, you know what? Kuna venye, life is kind of hard, eh?
You're living in the morning and
you're leaving someone sleeping, you're going to work. You're not even sure what is happening,
The most important part of their arrangement is that they have put a 2-year time limit for how long they intend to live together. For now, however, despite the challenges, they are content with where they are. Esther Kahumbi, KTN Weekend Prime.